Cause I had my son, so the old me would have just turned myself in and dealt with it from inside to the outside of the jail. So
I had already called my husband and told him I might end up in jail today, so get the bail money ready, because these motherfuckers is moving weird. They moving weird about my grandbaby.
Hold on to your seats, because the drama surrounding Chrisean Rock and Blueface just hit a whole new level. In a shocking twist, the couple's young son has reportedly been taken away and placed in foster care, leaving fans in absolute disbelief. With Chrisean facing an 8-year prison sentence and Blueface locked up for 4, their child is caught in the middle of this messy, high-profile scandal.
Why didn't I take the baby? Because, as you know, me and Chrisean are not on the best terms, and I didn't want to overstep my boundaries.
Rumors are swirling that even Blueface's own mother abandoned him, and now the authorities have swooped in to remove their son from Chrisean's close friend, Marcia. What led to this heartbreaking decision? And who can Chrisean really trust as she fights to protect her family? Get ready, because we're about to dive into all the jaw-dropping details that are too wild to miss.
What happened, Christine?
No, they saying I got a whole nother case.
I want to play games with y'all weird girlfriends and friends.
But let's face it, Chrisean and Blueface didn't just stumble into this mess, they practically invited it. From their chaotic relationship splashed all over social media to the countless run-ins with the law, it's almost like they were on a crash course with disaster from the start. Now, with both of them locked up, their son, Chrisean Jesus Jr., is the one left paying the price. It's heartbreaking, but at the same time, you can't help but think, did they really think it would end any other way? Chrisean, who once captivated the public with her wild, unfiltered persona, is now staring down the barrel of an 8-year prison sentence. That's right, 8 years in eternity when you think about how fast things change in the world of celebrity.
Okay, so Chrisean got arrested. Chrisean Rock showed up to court Monday to support Blueface, but ended up being arrested on her own charges while she was there. How you go?
And why? Because she got caught up in substance charges that have her facing the wrath of the legal system. We're talking about possession with intent to distribute, which isn't exactly something the courts are willing to overlook, especially not in Oklahoma, where they don't play around with substance offenses. It's like she's been on this downward spiral ever since she first hit the scene, and now it's all come crashing down. Meanwhile, Blueface isn't faring much better. Sentenced to 4 years for violating his probation again, it's like the guy just couldn't keep himself out of trouble. His history of altercations and legal issues reads like a laundry list of bad decisions, from nightclub brawls to that infamous shooting incident in Vegas.
Good afternoon, y'all. Y'all probably tell the results on where I left.
And now, with his latest violation being something as avoidable as substance paraphernalia, you have to wonder if he was ever really serious about staying out of jail. His father, Jonathan, seemed absolutely crushed by the news, sharing his heartbreak with fans online. But even as Blueface's family tries to put on a brave face, you can see the toll it's taking on them.
I gave him 4 years. I'm gonna stay strong.
And let's not forget the rumors swirling around Blueface's mom, Carlissa, supposedly abandoning him. Now, whether or not that's true, it adds another layer of drama to this already messy situation. If even his own mother is distancing herself, what does that say about where Blueface stands right now? It's like the walls are closing in on him and he's got nowhere left to turn. And yet, despite all this, his manager Whack 100 is still holding out hope, suggesting that with good behavior, Blueface could be out in less than a year.
You'll be home in 9-10 months.
All right, thank you so much, Whack.
What's up?
But let's be real, how many times have we heard that before? As for their son, Chrisean Jesus Jr., he's the one who's really stuck in the middle of this. And it's no surprise that Chrisean Rock and Blueface's chaotic lives have now escalated to the point where their son, Chrisean Jesus Jr., has been taken into foster care. The child's removal is just the latest twist in a scandalous saga that has been playing out in the public eye for months. And honestly, given the circumstances, it's hard not to wonder if this was inevitable. Let's be real, the home life of this child was nothing short of a disaster. Born into an environment where his parents' every move was a spectacle, the poor kid never stood a chance. From the moment he came into this world, he was surrounded by turmoil. His parents were too busy waging war on each other to even notice the damage they were inflicting on their son.
Wow, when they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing. Did you not know that she had a baby on the way that day?
Take, for instance, the numerous allegations against Chrisean, ranging from negligence to outright abuse. The video of her carrying the baby in Walmart, with his tiny head dangling as she juggled her other bags, sent shockwaves through social media. And it wasn't just an isolated incident time and again. Chrisean has demonstrated a shocking lack of awareness when it comes to basic parenting. She even acknowledged her mistake but was quick to deflect blame, pointing the finger at Blueface for not stepping up as a father. Blueface, on the other hand, hasn't exactly been a model parent either. Despite his attempts to portray himself as the concerned father, his actions have often spoken louder than his words. From posting a graphic image of his son's herniated genitals online to questioning the child's paternity, Blueface has consistently shown a disturbing disregard for his son's privacy and well-being. The very fact that he felt the need to conduct a secret DNA test behind Chrisean's back speaks volumes about the level of mistrust and dysfunction in their relationship.
I think the baby looks like him, honestly.
You don't think the baby looks nothing like you at all?
What you think?
And let's not forget Blueface's recent revelation that he might not even be the father. In what can only be described as another low point in their ongoing feud, he took to Twitter to announce that a DNA test had confirmed his worst fears, or perhaps his deepest desires, that Chrisean Jr. isn't his biological child. Whether this claim is true or not, the damage has been done. The constant back and forth between the two, each one trying to outdo the other in their claims and counterclaims, has only served to further destabilize their already precarious situation.
It's cool, Blueface. You going to jail today, man. Doing God. They on their way.
In the midst of all this chaos, the one person who seemed to have any semblance of a stable presence in the child's life, Chrisean's friend, Marsha, was rendered powerless.
Marsha's a really, really loyal friend to her, and honestly, the baby is in good care with Marsha.
But despite her best efforts, Marsha couldn't protect the baby from being swept up in the whirlwind of drama. It's no wonder that Child Protective Services stepped in when they did, pulling the baby from Marsha's care and placing him in a foster home. After all, how could anyone be expected to shield a child from such a toxic environment when the two people responsible for his well-being are tearing each other apart at every opportunity? It's hard to pinpoint exactly when things went so terribly wrong for Chrisean and Blueface. Perhaps it was when they first let their private lives spill onto social media, where every argument, every mistake, and every misstep was broadcasted to millions of followers. Or maybe it was when they decided to bring a child into this volatile mix, thinking they could somehow make it work. But it's clear now that neither of them was prepared for the responsibilities that come with parenthood.
All that matters. So, I don't give a, you know what I'm saying? I really don't give.
Adding fuel to the fire, Blueface's mother, Carlissa Saffold, has not held back in her criticism of Chrisean, accusing her of causing the very disabilities that are now plaguing her son. Carlissa has openly condemned Chrisean for drinking and smoking during her pregnancy, actions she claims have left the baby with lifelong consequences.
If he has all the symptoms, it's a baby. You'll never know what the symptoms. It could just be, it could be cradle cap. It could be.
While Carlissa's harsh words might stem from a place of deep frustration, they also reflect the broader public sentiment that this child's suffering could have been avoided if only his parents had made better choices. Speculation about the baby's health continues to swirl, with some fans convinced that he may be suffering from FAS or even Cry-Do-Chat syndrome, based on the disturbing sounds heard in the background of Chrisean's Instagram live sessions.
All the drinking and smoking that was happening in the studio, it was like the next week, you know?
She's an adult. She can make her own decisions.
Chrisean, however, has fiercely defended her actions, insisting that her son is healthy and that any concerns are overblown.
That's all y'all want to sit up and talk about. My baby's blessed from the head to his toe. Like, what?
But with Blueface casting doubt on every aspect of her parenting, it's difficult to know what to believe. The situation has become so toxic that even those closest to the couple have started to distance themselves. Blueface's mother has washed her hands of the situation, refusing to take on the responsibility of raising her grandson. Even Chrisean's best friend, who had been willing to step in, has backed out, leaving the baby with no choice but to enter the foster care system. As this tragic story unfolds, one can only hope that the child is finally placed in a safe and loving environment, something he has been deprived of since birth. Whether Chrisean and Blueface can ever find a way to put their differences aside for the sake of their son remains to be seen. But given their track record, it seems unlikely that they'll be able to mend the broken pieces of their shattered family anytime soon. In the end, the real victim in all of this isn't Chrisean or Blueface, but their son caught in the crossfire of a battle he never asked to be part of. And as the dust settles, one thing is painfully clear: this child deserves so much better than the hand he's been dealt. Fans are weighing in on the chaos surrounding Chrisean Rock and Blueface, and the opinions are as divided as the couple's turbulent relationship. One fan didn't hold back, stating Chrisean got herself into trouble. Blueface had nothing to do with her going around assaulting people, which landed her in jail. Let's be real and tell the truth. Another fan voiced a more compassionate concern for the couple's son, emphasizing the neglect he suffered. They wrote, "The baby's been neglected and endangered since before he was born. He needs stability and consistent medical attention and a loving home where his parents don't use him as a pawn. His mother needs psychiatric help and to learn how to keep her hands to herself." This comment highlights the deep worry many have for the child, who has been caught in the middle of his parents' chaotic lives. The fans' call for stability and proper care echoes the broader public outcry for someone to step in and ensure that the child receives the attention and love he desperately needs. As this heartbreaking saga continues to unfold, we have to wonder, can Chrisean and Blueface ever truly put their differences aside for the sake of their son? And with so much public scrutiny, is it even possible for them to regain custody, or is the foster system the best option for Chrisean Jesus Jr.? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this story and others like it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.